Good evening and welcome to the castle. No, you do not have to adjust your TV screen. There's a whole lot going on here at the castle for this special event. It's Curtis. It's Tottenville. It's the finale of the Sage Standout Game of the Week series. As the lights come on, we got Nike in the building. We have Dick's Sporting Good in the building. We have the Jets in the building. So we're going to be seeing a whole lot of crazy lights. So excited to get into this game, and I am not alone. I am here alongside Mr. Ray Jarvis. What's going on, man? Can you feel the energy, sir?
Immaculate energy here in Staten Island. A showdown for the ages, a blackout on a Friday night. If you were confused when you pulled up, the lights were out because, in fact, this is a blackout. You look in the crowd, it's nothing but black. I didn't fit the motif because I'm from Brooklyn. But nevertheless, big energy, Friday night lights, Sage Media, let's cook.
Absolutely, and this game is brought to you by the PSAL. You are watching PSAL action. To stay up to date with game schedules, results, player stats, and championship brackets, visit the PSAL official website at www.psal.org. Want highlights and full game coverage? Subscribe to the PSAL YouTube channel and catch all the action on demand. The tag is at NYCPSAL1903. And don't forget to follow the PSAL on social media at NYCPSAL on Instagram, X, and Threads for the latest updates, stories, and highlights. That's NYCPSAL. We also like to thank Staten Island Chiropractic and Sports Rehab, the leaders in sports medicine right here in Oakwood. Our team keeps athletes healthy, strong, and game ready with expert chiropractic care, sports rehab, and recovery. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we deliver world-class care with one goal in mind, getting you back to what you love the most. Staten Island Chiropractic and Sports Rehab is the name families turn to when it matters the most. Learn more and book your appointment at our website, or call the number and make sure you follow the Instagram. And a huge thank you to Shot by LJ. He creates all of our graphics. LJ is a 32-year-old photographer and videographer with over 15 years of experience capturing powerful visuals. Known for his sharp eye and creative direction, he brings stories to life through film and photography. From sports media to creative campaigns, LJ blends skill and passion to deliver high-quality content that resonates. To reach LJ for your creative needs, you can find him on Instagram at you see on the screen. So we're getting into the national anthem, so we'll go quiet for a minute. I'm sure the energy is coming through your TV screens, through your cell phones. I cannot wait. This is one of the most anticipated matchups every single season. Let's get into the players to watch, and it's the two senior leaders for the Warriors, Jarrett Surratt and number 10, Vinny Canzaneri. Jarrett is the Central Connecticut commit. He absolutely dominated this game last year, and we need to see the same for him if you're a Warrior fan. He's going D1 for a reason. You can send 2 at him. You can send 3 at him. He's going to hold his ground, spin off it, and affect the play. So it's going to be key for the Warriors for him to affect the game. And if you're Tottenville, you need to always know where number 3 is. And if you guys are fans of Sage Media, you know we call Vincent Canzaneri the Iceman. Why is he the Iceman? It's because of what he did last season, defeating E. Hall twice, beating Tottenville, beating Lincoln on the way to Curtis's championship, the record number 8 championship. It's going to fall onto his shoulders when the game gets tight, and that's why he's the Iceman. It's not what he does in September. It's not what he does in October. It's what he did last November/December. So it's his time now. Can he repeat the heights he hit last season? And for the Pirates, again, 2 seniors, Mr. Tyshawn Bent and Mr. Justin McGuire. Listen, I don't know if there are 2 better players in Staten Island than these 2 right now. Tyshawn Bent, the Stony Brook commit, it's almost like he has a LeBron James effect where he's so good, he's so consistent that you just forget about him. You're like, oh, of course he's going to be excellent. But his consistency is one of the key parts to why he's a Division I player, and they're going to need to go to him early and often. And Justin McGuire, what more can I say about Justin McGuire? In my opinion, the top player in the PSAL right now. From night and day last season to this season, he has elevated his decision-making, his accuracy, how he's finding his players, how he's running with the ball. Justin McGuire, they're going to need a big day from him if the Pirates are going to come out on top. Ray Jarvis, we are seconds away from kickoff, man.
The ambiance is set. Met the man in the building. I heard the chatter when I was coming through. New York City even understands what time it is. The first time I came to this field, I walked right in, showed my ID, chopped it up with you. We called a hell of a game. I'm talking about the presence around the campus. I had to navigate and twirl to get through all of the presence to get in the building. The energy, palpable. I can only hope that the players stay within themselves, because in these atmospheres, players try to do too much, to get outside of themselves, and it turns into bad football mistakes that can decide the game. Both sides need to lock in, stay focused on the task at hand, and hopefully we get a hell of a ball game.
Tottenville come in at 7-0 in the PSAL. Curtis want to ruin their perfect season. Here we go. Tottenville versus Curtis. That's Corey Brown. Pretty sure that was Corey Brown on the return. No, that's Nick Constantino. He's going to go down 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line for the Pirates.
What do you think Tottenville needs to do on offense during this first series to be successful against a strong defense?
Listen, the strength of this Curtis team is their defensive line. Jarrett Surratt, Kashawn Shipman, number 16. Number 22, Jaleel Parnell. It's scary, but you need to establish the run early and often. So 1st and 10 on the 21-yard line. They're going to come out, spread out. Tyshawn in the backfield, going to hand it right to him. And there goes that man, Jarrett Surratt.
Great job by the Curtis front. A lot of times in these big games, it's the defense that sets the tone and forms a wall, if you will, to lock things in as the game goes along. Great job on 1st down, setting the tone for what might be a long night for the running game of Tottenville.
And one thing we saw in that E-Hall game, number 1, Quadir Gomez, usually the running back, he's been playing a whole lot of defense, and you see him and Jarrett combined on that tackle there. So it's a 2nd and 9.
Taking a look at this defensive alignment for Curtis, one high safety look, so they're looking for the run early on.
They hand it right back to Tyshawn, and there he goes. Mr. Tyshawn Bent rips off a run of 12.
Tyshawn getting into the secondary of Curtis. So on second down, he says, fool me once, shame on me. There won't be a second time. Strong second down run, first down for Tottenville.
So it's a 1st and 10 for Tottenville, and just like I said, even though the strength of that defense is their defensive line, you have to test them early and often. They have guns, you have big guns too. With Tyshawn Bent, Corey Brown.
Essentially, this is a clash of the Titans, major playoff implications. I don't know if this is going to be a feel-out round. It's going to be haymakers probably all night.
So 1st and 10, Justin's going to throw it for the first time. Pulls it down, still has his eyes down the field, looking for his favorite target, Nick Constantino, and it's no good, incomplete.
Good job by McGuire, seeing the blitz, not panicking, rolling out and trying to take a deep shot down the field. But that play was beautifully covered by Curtis.
While we have a minute, this is the race for number 1. And this race might be over already with Tottenville coming in at 7-0, 1199 power points. It's going to be tough for Curtis to catch up to them. Erasmus Hall, they defeated Lincoln earlier today. So we'll see how the power rankings are, and that's going to come out Monday afternoon. So 2nd and 10, still split out. Justin McGuire looks left. Looks in the middle, tries to make something happen, still on his feet, and he gets down from the relentless pursuit of Jarrett Surratt.
Great job pursuing there by Curtis. I'll even call that a coverage sack. Everyone in the secondary did their job. McGuire tried to buy some time, but Curtis was having none of it.
So he's great stopping the run, and he also can affect and rush the quarterback. Jarrett Surratt, just like I said, we highlighted him for a reason. He's already affected 2 plays immediately. So one thing with Tottenville on his third and 13, they have been the best team at converting third downs all year long. They're probably converting third downs at a 70% rate. They're going to need something big tonight. So this is where Justin McGuire, this is his bread and butter all season long. Be sure he's going to be looking for number 2, Nick Constantino, who's on the top of your screen.
The crowd trying to turn up their energy with this blackout on third down. Let's see how Tottenville responds to the pressure. Blitz coming off the edge. Fake reverse. Has some room. Gets into the secondary. Makes a man miss. Can he get the first down? But he's brought down short. Be 4th and short coming up.
That was a great job by you because they caught me with the fake.
Oh, yeah. That's why we have 2 of us here, you know?
This is the tag team right here. Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, whatever you want to call it.
That part.
So that makes it, wow, they do get the first down. I thought he was a little short, actually.
From my vantage point, and what the chains looked like, he was down a yard short.
So it's going to be a 1st and 10. So 2 first down conversions from Tyshawn Bent.
Okay. Tyshawn Bent making his presence felt early on. Good job by Tottenville. To your point about third down efficiency, showing why they're one of the strongest, if not the strongest teams in the city thus far.
So trying to control the ball, hand it off to Mr. Bent again, and this offensive line still on his feet. That's a gain of about 6. Please blow the whistle. Look at right now, I was talking about the battle in the trenches, and I was only talking about it from the Curtis side. But right now, Tottenville's getting a great push.
Tyshawn Bent setting the tone. I love what the coaches are doing. Sometimes they get too cute in these big games. We've seen it throughout the season. Thus far, you want to establish the run. In big games like this, get your O-line going. They always say the best way to get your O-line in a rhythm is run blocking. Get the ball on the ground, moving forward, get the run game going, and maybe, just maybe Curtis gets greedy. They bite on a play-action pass, and you get a deep shot. I like what I'm seeing from Tottenville.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 3. Corey Brown and Tyshawn Bent in the backfield. They don't get him to jump. Good discipline from the Warriors. Going to change the play. Justin McGuire going to hand it off to Tyshawn Bent. Has a whole lot of room. There goes the Seawolf, still on his feet. Tyshawn Bent has dominated this first drive, Ray.
Sometimes teams have good fortune. In this case, Tottenville has great fortune because Tyshawn Bent ran in the same side where the blitz was coming from. If you bring the blitz, you can't keep contained. Therefore, if there's no contain, a guy like Bent can run for 30 yards like we saw right there.
So, again, it's been all about the Stony Brook commit, Tyshawn Bent. Ray, we're already at 600 viewers. Could we get to that Sage Standout Game of the Week record?
We
it's
will.
9:52, so let's see if we can get there. Appreciate everyone for supporting.
Listen, this is the game of the year in the PSAL. We can't even try to pump fake like it's not.
I think the Dutchman might be at home with something to say. So the Wildcat to Corey Brown. Look at the strength from Mr. Brown there, carrying defenders.
Again, Tottenville imposing themselves on Curtis. Curtis right now needs to push back because if they're doing this on the first drive, imagine what it's going to look like in the third and the fourth quarter when you're a little more tired and you don't have that extra surge. You got to push back now. Get him off the field. Hold him to 3 points because it might be a long night for the run defense of Curtis.
So it's a 2nd and 5. Looks like that's Corey Brown in the backfield. They're going to hand it off to him. That's a great job on the tackle.
Good job.
That looks like Quadair Gomez on the tackle.
Good job by the front, once again, of Curtis finally getting something that looks like a stop because it's been a lot of 5-yard, 10-yard, 20-yard chunks on this drive.
That was only a gain of 2, so it's a third. Let's call it a 3rd and 2. Again, third down conversion rate. They're the best in the PSAL. That's why they're sitting here at 7-0.
I'd like to see Curtis go with a zero coverage look here and try to get after McGuire or the run game because I don't think if they play soft, they'll get a stop.
Corey Brown still in the backfield. Mr. McGuire's going to throw it, and he wasn't ready, intended for Nick Constantino.
Miscommunication there between the quarterback and receiver. Had it been on time, the soft coverage that I didn't want to see would have given up a 1st and goal situation.
And it was there, and then you would have had Nick Constantino one-on-one with a D-back on the edge there. Could have been a touchdown, but it's a 4th down for the Pirates. They're not kicking a field goal. They're going for it here.
Notice I didn't even ask.
4th down. Let's see if they're going to try to get him to jump. No, they're going to hand off to Tyshawn Bent. It's going to be close. It depends on the spot.
Looks like a first from here. Strength versus strength, blitz versus power run. And from my vantage point, Tottenville, it will be set up with a 1st and goal.
And yes, you are correct. It is going to be – no, actually, the ball's on the 11-yard line, so it's still going to be 1st and 10.
Okay.
So they can still get a 1st down by getting it down to the 1-yard line.
I mean, the sense Tottenville's going to try to score a touchdown here.
Absolutely. So here we go, 1st and 10 from the 11. Looked like they were splitting out Justin McGuire for a minute. I didn't know what was going on. I don't know if Tottenville knows what's going on.
I like that McGuire has a keen understanding of the playbook to communicate to his guys.
Hands it off to Tyshawn Bent, still on his feet, dragging players, trying to push him into the end zone. He looks like he's going to be down to about the 3-yard line.
Tyshawn Bent does a good job of deciding where he wants to go and darting through what might not look like the biggest of gaps, but he slithers right on through and gets about 5 yards almost every touch.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 2. They can still get a 1st down.
Great job by Tottenville with this first drive, taking this crowd completely out of it. Again, straight blackout, black uniforms by the Warriors. Everyone in the crowd wearing black or Curtis colors, and they're taking them out of it thus far.
So it's a 2nd and 3. It's not 1st and goal yet. So 2nd and 3. Hands it off to Corey Brown. He's met in the backfield. That looks like number 16, Keshawn Shipman got there first. It looks like that's going to be a loss of 1.
Strong push there by Curtis. But now that I'm looking at the personnel groupings of each side, Tottenville has a clear advantage on the O-line as far as mass and girth goes, pause if applicable, because they are much larger up front, pause again, than Curtis.
So here we go.
No chat, but I know y'all watching. Laugh a little bit, people.
All right, so it's a 3rd and 2. They can still get the 1st down. You know they want to punch it into the end zone here.
I'd like to see them go up the A-gap.
Gonna give it to Corey Brown.
And he's in.
And that's a touchdown, Pirates.
Good job there. Once again, exploiting the left side of that Curtis defense. turning the corner and swiftly getting into the end zone. Strong power running by Tottenville. Absolutely a statement drive on this Friday night.
Listen, man, when you have Tyshawn Bent and you can sub him out for Corey Brown. So we're going to get that fixed. It is 6-0 Pirates.
Going for one. Okay, I like to see that.
Kick
and it's
is
blocked.
up, and it is blocked. You cannot return it. So our score will remain 6-0 Pirates.
Fully expected them to go for two. Was pleasantly surprised that they went for one, only for it to get punched out of the sky. At least some kind of positivity for the Warriors with their first touch coming up.
Yeah, that was the running game show. This is exactly what I said. That was so important for the Pirates to come out and establish the run, and that's exactly what they did.
It'll be imperative of Curtis to get something positive on this drive because Tottenville walked into their venue and planted their flag with that first drive. So look for Curtis to try to get on the board early on. We don't want a situation like the Ehall game where they got down a little too much before trying to hit the gas. They need points on this drive. Whether 7 or 3, they got to get something on the board. You don't want to chase this Tottenville team for 4 quarters.
And what's so impressive about that drive, and everyone hold your breath, is a Tottenville kickoff. Ball, a live ball. It's picked up by Jaden Melendez trying to make something happen. And he's going to be tackled by Corey Brown right at the 35-yard line. There is a flag on the play.
As I said in the pregame, you have to control your emotions in these big games. Likely what you're going to see there is an unsportsmanlike or an unnecessary roughness because number 0, let me get his name here for Curtis, Will Andrade, couldn't compose himself. You have to compose yourself in these moments. It is the first quarter. It's going to be a long game. Control the energy as you go along.
So they had pretty good field position at the 35-yard line. They're going to have to bring it back. So let's go back to that first down, that touchdown play. Corey Brown, they're going to do a quick toss, and that's an excellent blocking by the right side and great power and vision from Corey Brown to punch it into the end zone for the first score.
Great coaching and discipline. Too many young running backs like to tap dance and try to play around too much. I like that he followed the play as we have a handoff here. Gets into the secondary. Andrade trying to get a make good after that flag. Gets about 8 yards on that carry.
And what's going to be so interesting is to see in that Erasmus Hall game, Curtis were not able to establish the run. So let's see if they go early and often to Will Andrade, to Quadair Gomez.
Especially in these types of games at this level, a lot of times it comes down to size on the line. Again, look at the line of Tottenville. Big boys on the D-line against a relatively small O-line of Curtis.
So it's second down. Going to do a jet sweep. Ooh, and that's a big hit. Still on his feet.
Is the ball out?
I don't think the ball's out there.
Great push there by Tottenville. Number 5 from the secondary, laying the lumber. Kyle Charles should have wrapped him up, but he wanted to make the big-time statement hit.
So it's a 3rd and short. Let's call it 3rd and 2. They tried the jet sweep. Let's see what the Iceman has for us. Will Andrade in the backfield. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. They're going to hand it off to Will Andrade, and he's met immediately by Nick Acosta in the backfield.
You cannot fool good teams by running to the same side on consecutive plays. Tottenville, with their defense, their size up front, their athletes at the linebacker position, they are very much prepared for whatever Curtis wants to bring on the ground. You need some misdirection, you need some trickeration, or your running plays will be blown up like that.
Ray, you're a team coming on the road, hostile environment. They got light shows. The New York Jets are here. Could you ask for a better start? You control the clock on the ground, and then it's a 3-and-out on defense.
This is the perfect setup. In fact, I think the ambiance might have had the opposite effect on Tottenville. Tottenville probably got motivated. Oh, y'all want to make this a show? We got y'all. The show can't save you once the ball is snapped.
I love that. It's a great start. Still plenty of time in this ball game. Have to execute the punt. Good job. They will not field the punt. And they'll still be pretty decent starting position on about the 37-yard line.
Tough break there for Curtis not getting some time with the ball, because you got to figure that their defense will be a little bit winded after running play after running play after running play. This is going to be a very important drive. They have to stand up here in order to get off the field, because I get the sense that Tottenville is very motivated tonight.
Yes, sir. And, of course, on Monday night, you know where to be. New York football talk with myself.
Hold on. The top podcast for high school football in the city. Let's talk about it. Don't sell it short, Andre.
It's E. It's Jared Veluzzi. It's myself. He said it, not me. Justin McGuire hands it off to Mr. Bent. He's going to go down immediately. Great job from the Curtis front this time.
Much like the first series, first down, the first play of the drive, the Curtis defense stands up. You're going to have to do that 2 more times. You want to play behind the chains if you're the defense. This Tottenville offense is too good to allow them to dictate down and distance.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 12. Now the question is, when do Tottenville go for their deep shot? I'm sure they're okay with controlling the game, but again, Nick Constantino, in my opinion, is one of the best wide receivers in the PSAL, maybe in all of New York City. He's on the bottom of your screen in the slot. Let's see when they go for that. It looks like it's Corey Brown in the backfield.
Once again, coming off the edge, you see number 11 there teasing the blitz, Santino Corula, but he stays back in the zone. McGuire pulls it down and runs, has some room, and he's brought down, avoiding the sack. It'll be 3rd and long coming up.
Welcome back, A.J. Gambadella. He gets in on the tackle. Again, 3rd down efficiency. I'm pretty sure they are 2 for 3, but they are also 1 for 1 on 4th down.
Perfect scenario here for Curtis. Again, playing behind the chain. You don't want this offense to play in front of the chain. 3rd and long coming up. As you said, very comfortable.
So that is the end of the first quarter. 2 1/4 possessions dominated by the Pirates. Our score is 6-0. So we would like to thank the PSAL. This stream is brought to you by the PSAL. You are watching PSAL action. To stay up to date with game schedules, results, player stats, and championship brackets, visit the PSAL's official website at www.psal.org. Want more highlights and full game coverage? Subscribe to the PSAL YouTube channel and catch all the action on demand. The tag is at NYCPSAL1903. And don't forget to follow the PSAL on social media at NYCPSAL on Instagram, X, and Threads for latest updates, stories, and highlights. That's NYCPSAL.
For Curtis Warriors wide receiver Jefferson Aguilar, Jefferson, the New York Jets, and the entire Curtis High School community are here to support you and your family. To show our love, we are giving you 2 tickets and a trip to the Super Bowl.
Wow. So that is incredible. Just gifted Nelson, pretty sure it was Nelson Aguilar. Just gifted a trip to the Super Bowl for a Curtis Warrior. That is incredible. That's number 28 for Curtis. Jefferson Mendez going to the Super Bowl, Ray.
How about that? I know we had a contest here. I mean, is Curtis not leading that race at this point as far as the campus goes?
So,
am I spoiling it? I'm sorry, guys.
So Curtis already had a game of the week, so this game is not being judged in the contest.
You're right, but still. Give me all the Curtis games going forward.
So it's a 3rd down starting this 2nd quarter, and there's going to be a flag.
Looks like a false start. Oh, offside. And they called the play dead?
Wow, so it's an offsides on Curtis. Just a nightmare start so far.
I didn't see anyone flinch, so I wonder if someone lined up in the neutral zone.
So that's going to make a 3rd and 7 into a 3rd and 2.
At this point, if you're Curtis, bring the house. Get this team off the field.
And that's dangerous. This is not your father's Tottenville team. They can throw the ball too. They're going to hand it off to Corey Brown. He's going to punch himself into that first down.
Big boy run there by Corey Brown on the right side. Ran right through that Curtis defense. We have a player down showing the ferocity of that Corey Brown run.
Ray, this Pirate team is here on a mission. Hyper-focused. You can see Corey Brown had nothing but first down in his eyes. There's a man in front of me. I'm going to run right through him. This Pirate team has championship aspirations, and they know that this is one of their biggest tests of the season.
I get the sense that a lot of the conversation in the Tottenville practices leading up to this game was they can't stop the run, and we're going to run the ball right through them.
Looking to throw. Justin McGuire trying to make something happen, and he is brought down by Keshawn Shipman.
Keshawn Shipman doing a good job of bringing him down because McGuire, you can tell he's always looking down the field. But don't get it twisted. He's an athlete, and if he needs to tuck it and run, he will.
I think Justin McGuire is one of those players that he gets better once he's scrambling, once there's a little bit of chaos in front of him. Keshawn Shipman is one of the breakout players in the PSAL this year. All of the big games we've done for them against Lincoln, against E-Hall, and already against Tottenville. I've been saying number 16, Keshawn Shipman's name.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on the hips of the defensive Curtis. This is a dangerous possession. They got to get off the field, and they're tired.
Looking to throw. Doesn't have much. He's going to throw it to number 9, Anariba, and it's going to be incomplete.
Great stop there by Curtis. This, as I was saying, they look a little tired. They do a good job of forcing McGuire out of the pocket again and sticking the lumber. Don't let that receiver catch that ball comfortably. 3rd and 13 coming up.
So it's going to be a 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and 13.
And 13.
Biggest possession of the game already here for Curtis.
Curtis is definitely hoping to get off the field. Tottenville with Nick Constantino. Pretty sure he's in the slot. Gavin Ledwith on top of the screen.
It's awfully quiet for a 3rd down here. A lot of tension in the arena already.
McGuire looking for the screen, trying to make something happen with his legs. Makes a man miss, but not enough, only back to the original line of scrimmage.
Hell of a job there by Curtis. Not fooled by the screen. Hell of a job by the cornerback on the left side to keep contained, not allowing McGuire to get running, and doing a good job finally of bringing him down. Looking like it's going to be a punt coming up here for Tottenville. Strong stop by Curtis.
It's a great answer from Curtis, and especially because what has made Tottenville such a different team, an undefeated team this season, is their balance, is their ability to throw the ball. We all know about the horses they have in Tyshawn Bent and in Corey Brown. They had that last year, and it wasn't enough for a championship. What has made them different is their ability to throw the ball, and Curtis has done a good job trying to make them one-dimensional.
Keep your eye out for the punt, as always, especially in the PSAL. There's always some trickeration.
And it's going to be a pretty good punt.
Got to clear out of Curtis.
Takes a neutral bounce. That ball is going to be in about the 18, 17-yard line. This is where the Warriors will get their second possession of the game.
Right now, I'd like to see the Warriors establish the run. I'd run the ball here on 1st and 2nd down. Try to get some positive yardage. Set up a 3rd and short before we go to the air.
So much excitement in these stands. I mean, the stands were getting packed. I got here at 4 o'clock on the dot, and half of the stands were packed already. You know, there was a line outside to get in. The whole community has been so excited for this game. The Warriors were able to win this game last season at the Ferry Hawk Stadium. They get to bring this game back to their home field here at the Castle. Let's see if they can have a better drive than the first one. So 1st and 10, Vinny Canzaneri looking to throw for the first time, rolls out, throws it, and that ball is complete to Toriano Lewis.
Good job by Lewis corralling that pass on the run. Good job by Canzaneri being accurate with that throw. Last time I saw Canzaneri was against E-Hall, where he was a little inaccurate. We're not trying to pick on the kids, but just as far as quarterbacking, he didn't have his best day against Erasmus Hall.
And they throw a flag. I'm not sure what the flag is for.
Wait a minute. That was a very late flag. Let's see what they're talking about.
So it's on Curtis. That a 15-yarder?
Might be
unsportsmanlike. It looked like it was almost on the center for. Maybe there was some back and forth. Maybe some players were chirping a bit.
Again, Tottenville's winning on all fronts. They've kept their composure. They've played quality football. We've already seen 2 flags against Curtis that are emotional penalties.
And the thing that's so big about that penalty is it was after the play, so now.
First down from the 20.
Okay.
6-yard line.
Okay.
You get
so
some
it is going to
yards.
be 1st and 10. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a 1st and 25 because they were about to snap the ball.
Yeah, it was a dead ball penalty, so therefore the play counted.
So it's a 1st and 10. So the Toriano Lewis reception ends up being about a 5-yard gain. Hands it off to Will Andrade. It's a good tackle again from Nick Acosta.
Good job by Andrade. Getting taken off his feet, but keeping his feet turning with his head in the ground. Good tenacity. That's what you want to see from your running back.
So about a 2nd down and let's call it 2nd down and 7. 8:28 in the chat. Again, the record is 9:52 for the Sage Standout Game of the Week. Might be going down, Ray.
Oh yeah, it's going to by the 4th quarter. If this game is close, we'll be going to be over 1,000 live.
So here we go. 2nd down. Canzaneri looking to throw. Throws it deep. That's to Akai Lewis. Almost brought it in from one hand, but that's great coverage from Kyle Charles.
Kyle Charles using the sideline as an extra defender, forcing the receiver to try to make a spectacular catch to make that play.
I've said this over and over this year. Kyle Charles is one of the best in his position. Time after time again, he gets tested and he answers the bell each and every time. The young junior really excited to see where he ends up going. So it's a 3rd and 7. And there is a flag. That's going to be encroachment on the Pirates. Going to make it a much more manageable 3rd down. That's just a 3rd and 2. But just like you were saying before, Ray, that first throw tells me everything from Vinny Canzaneri. I think he's going to have a very accurate day today.
Canzaneri's locked in. And that's what you want to see from the most important player on the field. The quarterback, that's just the way the game goes. Most important player is your quarterback. If he's locked in and he's delivering the ball right, you like your chances.
So here we go. Hands it off on the 3rd down. That's Quad there. Gomez lowering his shoulder, getting enough for a 1st down.
Gomez using his entire body to secure that 1st down for Curtis. First down of the game for the Warriors, and a good job keeping the offense on the field because the defense needs a blow.
And Ray, I'm sure that's a, whew.
Yeah.
Finally got our first down. We should have had it. Well, I guess we technically had it before on the throw. That gets brought back 15 yards.
Right. This is the first down that's clean.
It really feels like a first down.
It is.
They got a net gain of 3 yards.
I'm taking that off the board because it was a penalty. We need clean football now. All things considered, a touchdown and an extra point. Curtis is ahead, and the game hasn't gone the way they wanted to at all.
So here we go. 1st down. Hands it off to Quad there. Gomez, he's met by a pack of Pirates.
This is what I mean. Quad there, Gomez, I know he's a running back. He's trying to find a gap in the area. But a defense like this, another flag gets thrown.
Let's see the call here.
Another unsportsmanlike this time
Unsportsmanlike
against
on the Pirates. So you can see the referees in this first half are trying to establish we want clean football, stop talking, play football.
I understand that, and I'm not here to criticize the referees, but at the same time, this is a big-time rivalry game, and you need to start being a little more judicious about when you throw those flags, because if it's not something that's really obnoxious, it's football. It's a rivalry game. It's an attraction, if you will. Pick and choose.
So it's going to be an automatic first down for the Warriors as they're moving down the field, down 6-0. They're in Tottenville territory for the first time today. Looking to throw out to Jaden Melendez. Is that a live ball? It is incomplete.
That looked like a backwards pass from where I was sitting.
Let's see where the replay is. Oh, I think he was right on the line. I think he was good. That was risky, though. He was right on the line, Ray.
Great awareness by Tottenville to pick that ball up, too, because we all thought the same thing.
So it's a referee timeout. Okay, here we go. So it's 2nd and 10.
Why is the clock running if it's an incomplete pass?
That's a good point. Looking to throw. Vinny throws it. It's complete to Kai Lewis. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Warriors.
Great pass and catch right there. Another flag, however. So let's see what the call is before we get into our celebration.
I'm pretty sure that was
Roughing
after the play, but that was an excellent throw and catch. Vinny Canzaneri to a Kai Lewis for the touchdown.
Canzaneri finding Lewis in space. Lewis shedding the tackle, turning on the burners, hitting the turbo button, and house calling that one. And now, as I said before, Curtis, considering how bad the game has gone, are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Extra point pending. You got to count your pennies. This will be so important in this ball game. So this is Giovanni Bernardo on the extra point attempt. Very important for this ball game.
Getting ready for the extra point. Just waiting on the call from the referees.
All right, so it's an unsportsmanlike on the Warriors. I guess it was after the celebration. They're calling this real tight.
They got to – at this point, referees, again, if it's not something super egregious, don't make yourselves too much of a part of this game.
Big extra point here, Giovanni Bernardo. Good snap, good hold, and good kick. So the Warriors take the lead in this rivalry game. They move up 7-6. And I'm going to give this replay to you, Ray.
As you see here, Canzaneri, eyes down the field, comfortable in the pocket, delivers an absolute strike, throwing them open, in fact, shedding the tackle of the safety, turning on the burners, one man to beat, and he won't get him. Touchdown, Curtis.
Man, just like Ray said, we're going to have an exciting ball game for you guys, so make sure you stay locked in. And, of course, our friends over at Staten Island Chiropractic and Sports Rehab, they're the leaders in sports medicine right here in Oakwood. Our team keeps athletes healthy and strong with expert chiropractic care, sports rehab, and recovery. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we deliver world-class care with one goal in mind, getting you back to what you love the most. Staten Island Chiropractic and Sports Rehab is the name families turn to when it matters the most. Learn more and book your appointment at the website you see on the screen or contact the phone number. Make sure you follow them on Instagram as well.
The outside. Great energy right now. And based on what I'm seeing with the kickoff, that unsportsmanlike was against Tottenville.
Wow.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
All right. Because if you're going to call these flags, at least place the ball in its right location, all right?
So who's the call on? Because
Who knows?
we're waiting to see. Isn't that where they usually kick the ball off from?
Andre, just go with
All
the
right.
flow. It didn't
So
happen.
we're getting ready for the kickoff. There've only been 4 possessions in this ball game.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, who would you say that this pace suits?
If Canzoneri is delivering the ball the way he's delivering the ball, this suits Curtis. A hot quarterback, you want the ball in his hands as much as possible.
I would say the same thing, but one thing I'll tell you, if you learned anything from the Tottenville Eagle Academy Brooklyn game, Tottenville turn up in this second half.
I think Tottenville's plan is to keep Curtis's offense off the field, so you're going to see a heavy dosage once again of the run game.
All right, so I think the referees are still discussing.
This is what I'm talking about. Not criticizing the referees, but if you're going to make yourself this a big a part of the game, then you need to make sure that you have all your I's dotted and your T's crossed. You're holding up the flow.
Hey, shout out to all the referees. We could not do this without you guys. You know? So while we're waiting, again, I'm just going to throw this up here. This is the finale of the Sage Standout Game of the Week series, and it's really incredible. You know, this is our second year doing this. We're halfway through this game. You know, we make this schedule in June, and now we're sitting here in November on the cusp of the playoffs. You know, it's a blessing, and I want to thank everyone in New York City for all your support. And Nick Constantino goes down immediately.
You see the energy boost Curtis got from that touchdown. Let's see them convert that boost of energy into another defensive stop. You got to believe that Tottenville sees what's going on. They had everything go their way, and now they trail. That's not how you want the script to go.
So from the 21-yard line, the Pirates take their 3rd possession of the game, now down 1. I can see them going back to the run here that was so successful for them in that first drive.
Yeah. I think it's going to be imperative that they run the ball here. Control the clock. Keep Canzoneri on the bench.
Canzoneri's definitely hot. 2 big throws in that on that last drive. That 1 strike to Akai Lewis for the touchdown. First down for Justin McGuire. Can he answer? He's going to hand it off to Tyshawn Bent. He's met immediately, still on his feet. Look at the strength from the Seawolf.
Tyshawn Bent was initially stopped for a 3-yard loss, shed that tackle and got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe even gaining a yard on that run. Shout out to the DJ for tonight's game, playing all of the arena classics, the stadium classics, for the New Yorkers getting the energy right tonight. Yes, hey. Staten Island does count as New York, guys. Don't act funny.
Will this live stream be copyrighted? Of course it will. But you know what? We're here for the people.
It is what it is. Sage Media bringing you the biggest games in the city.
2nd and 10. Going to hand it off to Tyshawn Bent again, and he's going to go down immediately. Trying to see the number. That looked like that was number 7 on the tackle, Daniel Lewis.
It looks as though the Curtis defense has made some adjustments in stopping the run. They're not susceptible on the edge like they were the first couple of possessions. And now they're locking in. Once again, playing behind the chains, controlling down the distance, and forcing an obvious passing scenario for Tottenville.
So let's see, it's 3rd down. They haven't been able to get Nick Constantino involved in this ball game yet. He's in the slot on the bottom of your screen. Maybe they're going to look screen. Let's see. They're going to bring the pressure here. Steps up, throws it deep. That's for Nick Constantino, and too much pepper on it. Incomplete.
Second deep shot by McGuire that he's been overthrowing by about 5 to 10 yards. The first overthrow was about 5 yards over. This one was about 10 yards over. He had a receiver on the wheel route, but he just airmailed it.
So that's going to be a 3-and-out for the Pirates. And just like a pendulum, the momentum has swung back for the Warriors, and they have complete control of this ball game right now.
It might
So
be
it's a 4th down.
It might be going up in the crowd. Everyone keep your head on a swivel as the punt is on deck.
Snap is up. Pretty
Decent
decent
punt.
kick. Mr. Melendez will not field it. And that takes a great roll. Wow. Goes all the way to about the 37-yard line.
Great punt in the end by Tottenville. Once again, setting up Curtis for having to go a quite decent distance to score points.
They were able to do that on the last drive. Mr. Akai Lewis was able to take it to the crib. 5:15 left in this first half of the Sage Standout Game of the Week.
Tottenville now with their backs against the ropes. Curtis surviving an early Tottenville flurry now can grab real control of this game with another touchdown.
All right, here we go. Mr. Canzaneri looking to throw. Throws it. That's caught by Toriano Lewis. He's going to take a shot. Tough to bring down.
Canzaneri's pass is complete.
Great discipline shown by Canzaneri. He wanted the deep shot, but then immediately went to his check down, getting some positive yardage as we move on to 2nd down. There's a flag on the play. I didn't even see that.
Yeah, I didn't see the flag either, so there is going to be a flag on the play. 1st and 15 for the Warriors. Costly penalty. They were ahead of the sticks. Now they're behind them.
Honestly, the way Canzaneri's delivering the ball, I'm not sure down and distance matters. Don't call me a glazer. I'm just telling you what I see.
Canzaneri has been throwing the ball well in this ball game. He's going to hand it off to Quadair Gomez. That was a nice cut because that was looking like it was going to be a loss of 2 there, but he gets a gain of about 1 or 2.
I don't know if I like running the ball on 1st and 15, but nevertheless, that's the play call. 2nd and long coming up.
And 14.
It's called 2nd and 14. It's a blackout here at the Castle. Black jerseys for the Warriors. Everyone in the stands is wearing black. It's an epic night in New York City. Canzaneri takes it, rolls out right. Looking, steps up, throws it. That's complete, and he has more room. It looks like that was Toriano Lewis.
A desired rollout for Canzaneri, hitting his receiver in stride. Again, when you have a hot quarterback who's delivering the ball on time, it creates opportunities throughout your playbook. Third and manageable coming up, but I do have a gripe, Andre. It's a blackout. Home team's wearing black. The crowd's wearing black. Why aren't the cheerleaders wearing black? How is it a blackout, but the cheerleaders are still in their usual crimson attire? Get it together, guys. The cheerleaders need black uniforms.
I forgot to let you guys know this is the fun coordinator, Ray Jarvis. He wants to make sure the theme is
everybody has to be on
adhering
theme
to the rules.
Yes.
But listen, man. Shout out to the cheerleaders. But I do agree. I can't lie. I was going to try to shoot some bail. I was searching.
You're always the good cop, Dre. We love you for it.
As they're going to be able to draw the Pirates offsides free 1st down. And we are at 900 viewers. Thank you for the support. Let me see if we're going to go to the 4-minute warning here now. And so it is a 1st down, so 1st and 10. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Warriors. 4:12 on the clock. Remember, the clock on your screen is not official. Canzaneri looking to throw. Throws it in the middle of the field. It's caught again from Akai Lewis.
Canzaneri and Akai Lewis have a real connection tonight. Again, great eye discipline by Canzaneri. Looking one way, then delivering the ball on time and in stride as Akai Lewis with another chunk play, setting up Curtis deep inside Tottenville territory.
And you just see he's a brand new man compared to that Erasmus Hall game. Vinny Canzoneri is in complete control of this ball game right now.
Sometimes you got to go backwards in order to go forward. I know it's a cliche, but you need those moments. They're character-building moments. And we're seeing Canzoneri look like the Iceman that you know him to be. Back to throw, the ball is up. Has the man going to the end zone, and he just overshoots him. Second down coming up.
There is a flag on the play. Are they going to call pass interference on the defense?
It's not a catchable ball. But if that's the call, so be it.
Yeah, it's pass interference on the defense. Unraveling a little bit for the Pirates. That's going to be an automatic first down and 15 yards for the Warriors. And, yes, let's call it. It looks like they're going to be right on the 11-yard line, so it's only a 1st and 10. They can still get a first down.
Curtis has Tottenville on their heels. All of the bravado, all of the confidence we saw Tottenville walking here with is slowly dissipating, and the confidence for Curtis is building. The momentum is building. Canzoneri on fire.
Hands it off to Quadair. Gomez makes a nice cut. Good job from the Tottenville defense, but Quadair probably got about 4 or 5 yards on that play.
That might have been Gomez's best run of the game thus far, and it couldn't happen at a better time as we are deep in the red zone. Curtis marching down the field again, letting it be known that, you caught us slipping early in the first quarter, but we here now, and we're not going anywhere.
All right, so it's called 2nd and 5. Hands it off to Quadair, looking to punch it in. Good job. No, he reaches. Touchdown, Warriors.
Consecutive strong runs by Gomez. Power runs, running through arm tackles, keeping his legs turning, and powering into the end zone for the second Curtis touchdown of the game. And we have showtime here in Staten Island.
It was running back on running back crime for a minute. Number 3, Corey Brown. I thought he had him wrapped up, but Quadair said, no, sir.
You got to put your body in that tackle because Quadair Brown is churning that butter, baby.
He looked at Corey and said, come on. Would this tackle bring you down? Would this tackle bring you down? Get on my way. Let me get into the end
Show
zone.
me some respect. Extra point on the way. Ooh, low snap, and it's blocked.
Good block from Eli Jones, and every point matters in this ball game. Our score is 13-6. Warriors. And, Ray, I'll give you this replay, man.
Here we are, here. Turning the corner, untouched. I didn't like the cut at first, but he ran through every single white jersey and said, this is my house. Where's the cookies? Where's the milk? Give me 6 points.
Shout out to the drip from Quadair Gomez, too. All black with the neon mouthpiece, neon towel. Hope you guys can see that in the replay.
I can't believe it, man, because when he slowed his momentum, I'm like, oh, man, go to the edge. But he wanted to – some running backs like to feel that contact, and they want to deliver the blow. And we saw that on that touchdown run.
And look at Mr. Gomez. Yo, let me take my helmet off for the cameras. I know the Jets is here. You see, I just got a retwist. Come on, stop playing with me.
Fresh retwist with the shape up, getting right.
I'm popping this top off. Come on, you see what's going on.
Lucky he didn't get a penalty on that, the way these flags are flying.
Yeah, he was already on the sideline. It was all good.
Play.
It was all good. A shout out, man. They always give the basketball players all the stuff because the football players have the helmets on. Take your helmet off and show the camera. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
As they're going to kick it deep. Taken by Nick Constantino.
Uh-oh.
There he goes. And there's one man to beat. Nick Constantino is going to take this from the crib. If he has the foot speed, gets hawked down. But that's why you have a player like Nick Constantino to flip the game on its head.
I don't know if y'all were paying attention, but when he got to around the 30-yard line, I said, because he had positive momentum. There was a lane there. And I love when ball carriers don't waste time juking, twisting, and turning. Get to the area, turn on the Jets, and he almost house-called it. But a strong offense set up deep inside Curtis territory. Exactly what you need after giving them consecutive touchdown drives.
The team is reeling. You just had a 3-and-out. You gave up touchdowns in your last 2 defensive plays. What do you need? Your star man or one of your star men in Nick Constantino. Come dig us out the mud for a minute and make a play. That is what champions are made of. So here we go. 1st and 10.
Looks like a quarterback change? Or is it the Wildcat?
It's just a Wildcat. That's Corey Brown in there, and he's going to punch his way. It's going to be close to a first down. Corey Brown.
Strong run by Corey Brown. Looking for his get back after giving up the touchdown one play ago. Good job by Corey Brown on first down.
Yes, and that is going to be a first and goal. First and goal. Looks like the ball was called out on the 5-yard line. Again, momentum is like a pendulum in this game. Going to give it to Corey Brown again.
Corey Brown cut it upfield, didn't get the touchdown. I would have liked for him to stretch it to the sideline. There was more room for him to run, but he thought he saw something in the middle of the field. Nevertheless, second down on deck.
So it's going to be a second and goal. Pretty sure I see Tyshawn Bent. Yes, Tyshawn Bent is back in the ball game. Let's see if the Curtis Warrior defense can stand tall here. Jerry Surratt, Jaleel Parnell, Kashawn Shipman.
McGuire
see
back
what they
in the
got
game
here.
at quarterback.
Sending the house, hands it off to Tyshawn Bent. Touchdown, Pirates.
Great job there. Completely fooling the defense on the draw play. The full collapse. Thought it might be a sack. And Tyshawn Bent, like a thief in the night, sneaking into the end zone.
Listen, I am only a humble commentator. But against a Warriors team, a draw play on the 3-yard line, I didn't see it coming. You know, you got to think that the Warriors could be bringing pressure. But, hey, shout out to the offensive line in the blocking. Because you have to have excellent blocking on that. We're going to go to the replay in a minute. I'm pretty sure they brought the house on that. So that's excellent.
But this is what I talk about with play calling. You have to lean into misdirection. Sometimes when teams start pinning their ears back, you need the screen passes. You need the draw plays. You need to keep those pushes honest in order to make plays, and it led to a touchdown.
So there's a flag on this play. This is a very important. Oh, so it's a false start on the Warriors. Do they bring the offense back onto the field? The ball should be on about the 1-yard line. I don't really see the value. I think you should still kick it. Do you bring the offense back onto the field?
You know what? Maybe they want the lead.
A timeout, Tottenville, as we're going to talk about it.
I like that. The first extra point attempt was a very decisive block. Maybe they want to lead. Maybe they trust their offense to get 2 yards and a score.
So, again, huge shout-outs to the PSAL bringing you guys this ball game. You're watching PSAL action. To stay up to date with game schedules, results, player stats, and championship brackets, visit the PSAL's official website at www.psal.org. Want more highlights and full game coverage? Subscribe to the PSAL YouTube channel and catch all the action on demand. The tag is NYCPSAL1903. And don't forget to follow the PSAL on social media at NYCPSAL on Instagram, X, and Threads for all the latest updates, stories, and highlights. That's at NYCPSAL. And another thank you to Shot by LJ. He makes all of our game graphics. He is a 32-year-old photographer and videographer with over 15 years of experience. He blends passion and quality to deliver high-quality assets across New York City. Make sure you follow Shot by LJ on Instagram. So they are going to go for it here. This is the 2-point conversion. Hands it off to Tyshawn. Is he in? Yes, he is. So the 2-point conversion is good. So our score is going to be 14-13.
Don't let momentum get it confused. For most of this first half, Tottenville has established the run. They have pushed around the front of Curtis.
Just add an extra
so
point.
why not go for 2 in that situation? They can get 2 yards whenever they touch the ball with the run. Good decision by Tottenville, retaking the lead, making that mixed extra point very loud at the moment.
So let's go back to the touchdown. Tyshawn Bentley. You see, in the delayed run, the execution has to be perfect. Shout out to the offensive line because they draw in the Warriors, and then it leaves a gap in the middle. Tyshawn still had some work to do, had to break a tackle. But again, when I spoke to Coach Neville before the season, he said our players take pride in being offensive linemen. And you can see there, shout out to the big boys up front.
And that type of play, if McGuire can find his rhythm, will lead to a play-action pass scenario and a big-time, big yardage chunk play later in this game. So keep your eyes open, Tottenville fans.
And everybody, keep your eyes open here as we have a possible onside kick.
It's a squib.
Listen, it's the Pirates. You always have to be aware.
Hold on.
A good return. Looked like that was, yes, Jaden Melendez on the return.
A little under a minute on the in-stadium clock in the first half. Melendez setting them up near the 40-yard line. You got to believe that Curtis is going to try to get some points before halftime here. This game is a must-see scenario. I'm seeing staff from Eagle, staff from E-Hall tapping in. Biggest game of the week, and the coaches are outside.
Yes, congratulations to E-Hall as they were victors over Lincoln. What was the score, Coach? 34-14 over Lincoln. You can only imagine they have solidified themselves as the 2 seed, going to host all of their playoff games at home at Sid Luckman.
Credit to E-Hall. They have found their rhythm after a bit of a choppy start, and they are right on deck for a championship push. Canzoneri looking.
Mr. Canzoneri, pressure in his face, and he goes down.
Big
That's
sack.
Eli Jones on the tackle.
Eli Jones dragging Canzoneri down, said, enough of that dancing in the pocket and delivering passes. I'm here. Get out and lay down.
But Vinny. Pocket awareness, my brother. You can't take shots on you. The Iceman. You know what happens to ice if there's too much pressure?
He just wasn't fast enough. He was trying to get away.
Looking to throw. More pressure in his face. Still on his feet. Vinny's going to run for his life here. Very dangerous by Nick Acosta, but they don't throw a flag.
Canzoneri carries the ball.
Hold on. That's some sideline action.
Third down.
So it's third down. So it's going to be about a 3rd and 7. Vinny got back about 6 or 7 on that.
I don't know if
it's a 3rd down.
Might be more like, 3rd and 7. With the time situation, you got to expect Canzoneri's going to try to go down the field here. Let's see if he can deliver once again.
So here we go. The Iceman sending Toriano Lewis in motion. Looks in that same direction. He's going to throw it deep.
Yes,
Is it accurate enough?
Oh.
Incomplete.
Business decision made by the wide receiver as he saw the safety creeping over, getting ready to lay a big hit on him.
That was intended for Ethan Elam, the big target for the Warriors.
Ethan, man, this is too big of a game. I know you were concerned about getting hit, but you got to make that catch.
I think it was a yard ahead of him. It was a yard ahead of him.
The defensive back is shooting bail for the wide receiver. What a world we live in. We are in the upside down. Shout out Stranger Things.
Yo, Stranger Things, I'm a big fan, man. You want to sponsor the live stream? Yo, hit me up, man. I got a number 11 T-shirt at the crib. All right, so here we go. Got to hold your breath on special teams. Execution.
Oh, almost a block.
Oh, they didn't give him the – Oh. So I know it was off the camera. I thought Giovanni Bernardo did a great acting job and should have gotten the flag because he did run into him.
He played the ball and he tipped the ball, so they never throw the flag once the ball is contacted.
Did he tip it? I'm about to look back at it on my phone.
Looks like he did a little bit.
I don't think he tipped it. I think they missed that one. He ran into Giovanni there.
Referee standing right there. I agree with the refs on this one.
And also you have to kind of give the kicker credit for keeping his leg out, because the kicker has a right. It's almost like a shooter in basketball. As a shooter goes up, he has the right to land.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of the same concept there. But
2 seconds left in the half, according to the stadium clock.
First down, Pirates from the 7.
So that looks like it's going to be the end of the half. We're gonna get a shot of the crowd for you guys. It's packed out here in the castle. Our score is 14-13. Game started off with a Corey Brown touchdown, and then Mr. Vinny Canzaneri delivered a strike to Kai Lewis. Quadair Gomez was able to answer and get on the board for a touchdown, and then Tyshawn Bent after the Nick Constantino kick return punches it into the end zone. So our score is 14-13. We will see you guys on the other side of halftime. And welcome back to Curtis versus Tottenville. Our score is 14-13. Tottenville are up. This is Andre Johnson and Ray Jarvis on the call. It's an incredible atmosphere. It was a long halftime. They were doing a lot of activities at halftime. They were kicking the ball. They had the fans kicking the ball. Try to kick a field goal, excuse me. Shout out to all the streamers that are here.
You visited since you graduated? I see. Do your thing.
But let's get back to football, man. So first of all, of course, we have to thank everyone who supported this stream. And of course, we have to start with the PSAL themselves. You are watching PSAL action. To stay up to date with game schedules, results, player stats, and championship brackets, visit the PSAL official website at www.psal.org. Want more highlights and full game coverage? Subscribe to PSAL YouTube channel and catch all the action on demand. The tag is at NYCPSAL1903. And don't forget to follow the PSAL on social media at NYCPSAL on Instagram, X, and Threads.
So, big time first half, great energy on both sides. What do you think decides the outcome here in the second half, Andre?
So, first of all, the first thing is don't make the big mistake. Mm-hmm. This game, it looks like the margin of error is probably one. You know, you probably have one mistake in you in this game. Can you avoid the big mistake, first of all?
And as you say it, the big mistake transpires with the ball being kicked out of bounds.
All right, so it's going to be good field position for Curtis to start this game. Vinny Canzaneri was excellent in that first half, delivering a touchdown to Akai Lewis. He had another big return. He had another big throw to Akai Lewis. So it's been all about the Iceman to Akai.
Basically, offensively, it's coming down Canzaneri versus Tyshawn Bent.
And as a good tackle, Nick Acosta, he's been all over the field today.
Nick Acosta, keep it contained, making that ankle tackle for a loss. Strong first down rep for Tottenville.
And I've said this multiple times this year. When I spoke to Coach Neville before the season, he said Nick Acosta is the swagger of our defense, and that was missing last year. And you can see the difference having Agent Zero in the middle of that defense makes.
You know what it is? Identifying the play, not thinking, read, react. That's what you need from quality defenders.
So it's a 2nd and 14 here. Vinny Canzaneri's been in shotgun all day. Takes a snap, looks right, throws it. Let's see how the accuracy, incomplete. That pass was intended for Toriano Lewis.
One thing we're seeing here from Curtis is they believe their receivers can win one-on-one whenever they want against Tottenville. And if that ball was delivered a little bit better, he might still be running.
Yeah, both quarterbacks, they've been – so we're just talking about that at halftime. We're not sure if Justin McGuire has completed a pass yet, which is very surprising as he's been great all season long, But both quarterbacks on the deep ball are just a touch off tonight.
Right.
So it's a 3rd and 14. Big if they can convert here. Curtis steps up into the pocket, tries to make something happen with his legs still on his feet, and he's going to be short. But Vinny Canzaneri showing off a side of his game that we didn't see before.
I think if Canzaneri had committed to running the football a few seconds sooner, he might have gotten the first down. He was so determined to try to deliver a pass that by the time he ran, he wouldn't have had enough for the first down.
So let's see. It looks like the offense is staying on the field.
The scoreboard says 4th and 2, but that looks more like 4th and 7.
It's more like a 4th and 3 about.
You sure?
So the first down is the 45-yard line. They are on.
Okay.
Yeah, that looks like the 43-yard line
so
they're
4th
on.
and 2. the angle I'm sitting at makes it look a little bit
Regardless,
crazy.
what a play in this ball game. Hands off the quad air. Gomez.
Oh!
It's going to be close. It depends on the spot. Right now, they're giving it to him.
Gomez on the carry.
Ballsy call by the offensive coordinator, going for it in his territory, running right at this strong Tottenville defense.
Are they going to bring the chains out?
Kind of have to. He looks short, but look at where the ball is spotted, Dre.
Ooh, it's short.
Yeah.
They gave him a bad spot there. Wait, hold on.
Signal is a first down.
Now they are signaling a first down.
I
don't think. No, wasn't the. No. The first down was the 50-yard line.
Andre, you don't have the stripes on, good brother.
Where did they spot the ball? It was. There are bodies in the way, so we can't see where the ball is spotted.
It looks from
That looks short of the 50-yard line.
by about a half a foot. Bully ball. First down, Curtis.
So it's a first down. Hands it off to Quadair Gomez. That's a good tackle from Corey Brown.
I need Quadair Gomez when he's running those dives to stop tap dancing, plow into the line, make them feel you all, and then going into the line. We don't need that.
All right, so if I see where they have the first down marker, it actually is a half yard. It's on like the 49 and a half yard line. So no conspiracy, Tottenville fans. They got it right. So he hands it off to Quadair Gomez. He stops tiptoeing. He makes a few cuts, and that's enough for a first down.
And therein lies the difference. Decisive running leads to positive results. Indecisive running leads to you getting stuffed. Third and short, maybe? Or they calling it a first down?
They're calling it a first down.
First down, Curtis.
Establishing the run. You see Charles Simmons, number 9, so important for the Warriors as he leads blocks all the time. Very underrated player, number 9, Charles Simmons. Let's see if they run in his direction again. He's the lead blocker, but this time, number 11, Eli Jones gets the tackle.
Strong gang tackling done there by Tottenville. Once the runner was stopped, the full motion was stopped, you saw a wave, a sea of white converging on the football, securing the tackle. Great weather here in Staten Island, clear skies, a little bit of a breeze, but you know if you're soft and a little chills get into you, Zoe, you'll be okay.
Shout out to producer Zoe, key component of the Sage live streams.
This is perfect football weather.
But I want to say something. Eli Jones, he came back in that Eagle Academy game, and he was excellent. So watch number 11 on the bottom of your screen as Vinny looks to throw, throws it right. Ball is complete. That's a good catch, making it a third and manageable.
Great job
That's to Jaden Melendez.
Great job by Canzaneri throwing the ball in traffic, but putting the ball only where his receiver can catch it. Not a dangerous pass. Didn't lead him to getting a big hit. Right on the number, setting up third and short.
So third and short. The world is your oyster here. Offensive line is playing well. I would like to see a shot, but let's see if they're going to hand it off to Quadair. Yes, they do. Give it right to him. And that's actually a good job on the second effort. He's going to be marked short. Fourth down upcoming.
You sure? Let's see what he spotted, because that looks enough for a first down.
It depends on the ball. From my vantage point, he's short. Yeah, so they're going to call it fourth and inches.
And it is fourth down.
Push.
Fourth and inches. Number 3, Jared Surratt in the game.
Easy quarterback sneak right here. Get a couple of inches.
They got the jumbo package.
Shotgun?
Vinny is going to take it from under center, it looks like. No,
he's not.
From shotgun, fourth and inches here.
That's a little silly.
I saw some movement. They didn't call it. Hands it off to Quadair Gomez, and he has way more. Ball's on the ground, and it is recovered by Tottenville.
Quadair Gomez on the run, tweaked his knee, and at the time of him tweaking his knee, he lost possession, and the ball landed right in the hands of a Tottenville player. I think it was Agent Zero on the recovery. Tough break for Curtis. Big break for Tottenville. First down, Pirates.
What did I say? You only have one mistake in this game, and the Warriors might have blown it there. Man, Matthew Levine on the recovery.
Levine, number 6.
Agent Zero was in on the tackle. Wow.
Let's see how
what a play from the Tottenville defense. And that's why in football, every inch matters.
Let's see if Tottenville tries a shot play here coming off the turnover. Momentum swing. Maguire has it, but the rush is there. Trying to make something happen. He does. He's into the secondary, moving up the field. Brought down at the 45-yard line. Strong run by Maguire.
The amount of confidence Justin Maguire has been playing quarterback in this season has been incredible. Did we have Justin Maguire being one of the best rushers for Tottenville when they have Tyshawn Bent and Corey Brown? No, but he is so effective. Man, Justin Maguire, I don't know if there's a better play on Staten Island.
You got to keep a cool head. When you're in that pocket under duress, as long as you maintain your poise and you want to, you can make a play.
So Maguire still in the shotgun. Curtis looks like they're bringing a lot of pressure. And they do. Gets out of the pocket again. He's just going to run it himself. Got to hold on to that ball. Does a good job of that.
Good job there, getting a couple of yards. Positive play. Not sure what the play call was, Andre, but he got something positive out of it.
So it looks like they're trying to throw the ball, but how do I say it? So they're sending 3 people out in the route. Curtis are bringing about 7, so it's pretty much one-on-one. So if it's not there, he just has to make it a quick decision and run the ball.
Right.
So I kind of would like to see if Tottenville could spread out Curtis a bit. So it's going to be a 2nd and 8. Maguire takes a snap, throws it to Mr. Nick Constantino for the first time, and look at him go. Nick Constantino close to the first down. I think he has more than enough for it.
Good job there on the bubble screen. These were the kind of passes Maguire needed in the first half to find the rhythm. Sometimes it's difficult for a quarterback to just go back to throw and start launching deep balls. You got to get a couple rhythm throws going before you start attacking down the field. Maguire looks really good to start the second half.
And I love that point. Tell the dogs to back off from us. Back off. We can throw the ball. We're not intimidated by you guys bringing all your pressure. Back off so we can hand it off to Tyshawn Bent.
The Tottenville offense has been systematically slow cooking the defense of Curtis. There's going to be a big passing play coming soon, and Curtis needs to be ready for it.
So here we go. 1st and 10 now in Warrior territory after the Nick Constantino completion. It looks like they were looking for that bubble screen again, but he's going to keep it himself.
If the offensive coordinator for Tottenville keeps his eyes open, the safety, the single high safety for Curtis is playing about 8 yards off of the ball, which means over the top, over the middle is very much open if you want to attack that area.
And just a quick announcement, we are officially at 973 live viewers. That is a new record for football. So thank you for supporting Sage Media and not only us, but NYC football.
Let's get it. And, of course, hit the like button, hit the subscribe option, lock in with all things Sage Media.
Justin looking to throw. Looking for Nick. Ooh. And it is incomplete. Great coverage from Daniel Lewis.
Maguire not confident delivering the ball. They kind of tried to aim it to the receiver. And if the cornerback had his eyes open, that was a house call, pick 6 action if he was available to see it.
Interesting here, though. I mean, I do understand, wanting to throw the ball and to get the dogs off the line, but they kind of abandoned the run a bit. So it's going to be a big 3rd down, obvious passing down here for the Pirates.
I mean, this what you've seen from both sides is a lot of heavy passing from Curtis. He tried to run the ball to start the second half. A lot of heavy run from Tottenville. Now they're trying to pass it. Just trying to catch him off guard.
Maguire looking to throw. Throws it, and that ball's complete. That's Gavin Levitt. No, excuse me. That's number 16 with a great catch. That is Vincent Geller. 1st down, another 3rd down conversion for these Pirates.
Good job by Geller, sitting down, allowing the ball to be delivered in the zone. Made a man miss, turned it upfield, catch and run action. Tottenville moving the ball as his 3rd quarter is clearly in a hurry. Under 3 minutes now remaining in the 3rd.
And I was just about to say it. Tick, 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 tick. Game management from the Warriors would be huge if they can punch it in. Here we go. McGuire with Tyshawn in the backfield now.
Look for a run here.
Yes, sir. Hands it off to Tyshawn Bent. Pushes the pile forward a bit for a few yards.
Takes it to the 20-yard line.
Tottenville doing what elite teams do, taking advantage of a big-time game-swinging mistake. A touchdown here will go a long way towards putting another W up for Tottenville.
So let's call it 2nd and 6. First down is about the 15-yard line. So here we go. 2nd and 6. Bunch formation on the bottom of your screen. Hands it off directly to Mr. Corey Brown, and that's a good run.
Number 3 on the keeper.
He's very close to another first down.
That's enough for
And yes, it is enough for a first down.
Tottenville marching ever so powerfully. Tick, 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 tick. This is a statement drive, Trey. I got to use your bars.
So you just think about it. If that fumble happened with about 9 minutes to go, maybe 9-10 minutes, they have chewed at least 7 to 8 minutes off of this clock. Now, it can backfire in your face, right? Mm-hmm. It can backfire. So it's a 1st and 10 for the Pirates. Pressure looks to be coming off the right. McGuire looking to throw. Rolls to the right.
Has to throw it away.
Throws it. The back of the end zone. Did he keep his foot in? No. Incomplete. Pass was intended to Vincent Geller.
Good job getting out of the pocket by McGuire and delivering a near-perfect ball where only his guy can make a play. Didn't have enough room in the end zone to bring both feet down. 2nd and 10 coming up.
We saw that exact situation with the Tottenville Eagle Academy game. Flushed out to the right. Justin McGuire was able to complete the pass to Vincent Geller. Couldn't hook up there.
Right now you're seeing what good teams do in big moments. They're not going above or beside themselves. They're just following the game plan, trusting the play calling, not trying to do too much, and methodically marching their way down the field.
So it's 2nd and 10. More pressure. Could have handed it off to Corey Brown. Let's see if he can use his speed. No, that's a great job from the Curtis defense. Not getting mistaken from the misdirection. Akai Lewis and Daniel Lewis on the tackle.
Terrible decision there by Corey Brown cutting up the field. If he stretches that play, gets it to the sidelines, he gets some more positive yardage on that run. But alas, he didn't, and now he's setting up a 3rd and long.
And it looks like the Pirates can take it to the 4th quarter. They don't have to snap it again in the 3rd quarter. Let's see what they decide to do here. They're not in a rush. So the clock says 0 on the field.
Referees are nowhere.
It looks like the referees are letting them go. So, again, the clocks are not official, and there you go. That is the end of the 3rd quarter. Put your 4s up. We are going into the 4th quarter with our score 14-13 Tottenville. And, again, huge thank you to Staten Island Chiropractic and Sports Rehab, the leaders in sports medicine right here in Oakwood. How do you turn off the lights as I'm trying to read? Our team keeps athletes healthy and strong with expert chiropractic care, sports rehab, and recovery. From high school athletes to weekend warriors, we deliver world-class care with one goal in mind, getting you back to what you love the most. Staten Island Chiropractic and Sports Rehab is the name families turn to when it matters the most. Learn more and book your appointment. You can call the number you see on the screen and make sure you follow them on the Instagram that you see on their screen. And, of course, we could not be here without the great people at the PSAL. You are watching the PSAL action. Stay up to date with game schedules, results, player stats, and championship brackets. Visit the PSAL's official website at www.psal.org. Want more highlights and full game coverage? subscribe to the PSAL YouTube channel, and catch all the action on demand. The tag is at NYCPSAL1903. And don't forget to follow the PSAL on social media at NYCPSAL on Instagram, X, and Threads. Ray, Tottenville with a one-score lead, trying to protect their perfect season. What do they need to do, man?
Tottenville with a 1-point lead. What you mean one score? You know, this game
One
is
score, excuse me. I meant to say 1 point.
This game is hanging in the balance, but quite frankly, based on what I've seen in the third quarter, offensively from Tottenville, their best defense is this offense. Keep that Curtis offense off the field, get a touchdown here, and it'll go a long way to securing a victory.
The fans are excited. We got a light show here at the Castle. Justin McGuire's like, yo, brother, we love the lights, but calmate. We have football to be played.
Listen, man, Friday night lights. It's a movie here in Staten Island. Look in the end zone. It almost looks like the nest for Eagle. People are lining up around the end zone. Great energy, great atmosphere. The entire borough of Staten Island understands how big this game is.
Yeah, man, so we love the light show, but again, we got to get back to football. So hopefully they can get the lights right. That is the delay. But look at the field, though. It does look pretty cool, I must admit.
This is unfortunate, though. Momentum killing light issue.
And we get the lights correct. All right.
Don't push that button again, whoever's operating the lights. 3rd and 7 coming up. Biggest third down of the game for both sides here.
Here we go. Nick Constantino on the bottom of your screen in the slot with Gavin Ledwith. They're going to look that direction. He's going to look the opposite direction. He just has to throw it away. Too much heat in his face. That was Charles Simmons and Jared Surratt.
Looks like it might be a holding call here as well.
Those boys were screaming into the backfield, so you can call whatever you want.
It's intentional grounding. It's holding. It's a mess. Two flags.
Oh, they called the holding. Was that the wrong direction?
No.
They called the holding. No, they just called the holding on Tottenville, on Curtis.
It was a – wait, hold on. Hold on. Excuse me? wait.
That
was a holding against – I saw a hold against – matter of fact, let the referees do their job.
So a holding against Curtis. And then an intentional grounding, so they offset. Wow.
Okay.
If they throw it into the end zone here, Ray, shout out to David Banner. Man,
that's Bone Crusher.
Bone Crusher, excuse me, I just embarrassed myself in front of 1,000 people. Anyway.
Put on that there, David Banner, boy.
I swear I was born before 2000. I do know that song. All right. 3rd and long. Here we go. Reverse, looking to throw. Nick Constantino's going to throw it up to Justin McGuire, and it's incomplete.
That pass is incomplete.
YOLO was a play. If YOLO was a play call, it was the reverse pass to the completely covered quarterback who tried to one-hand it for the touchdown.
That was the Philly special just now.
Are they going for it is the question.
And they are going to go for it here. Try to see if I can get this replay real quick as Justin McGuire. I mean, he almost got that. He almost pulled that down with one hand.
If he was wearing one of those gloves that catches everything, that's a touchdown.
So 4th down. You see your screen shaking because everyone in the stands are stomping their feet. Undefeated season on the line for the Pirates. Unexpected snap. Justin McGuire's going to have to make something happen. And it's going to be another intentional grounding.
Doesn't matter because it's 4th down. Turnover on down. That's not a touchdown, people.
It is an incomplete pass, and Justin McGuire is hurt. Justin McGuire is down.
Oh, man.
Here at Sage Media, we like to take the camera off of players when they are hurt. This is huge right now. I have heralded Justin McGuire as one of the best players in the PSAL in New York City right now. Obviously, quarterback for Tottenville. So everyone is waiting on their toes, on the tip of their toes, to see if Justin McGuire gets up okay. So huge concern here for the Pirates, Ray, with Justin McGuire down.
Yes, tough break. He was in a lot of pain. Again, we don't highlight injured players here on Sage Media, but there is great concern for the starting quarterback of Tottenville as he kind of fell awkwardly and he immediately grabbed his knee in a lot of pain. I doubt he'll be back for the rest of this game. I'm no doctor, Jim, but I don't think we'll see him the rest of the game.
Everyone on the south side of Staten Island in Tottenville holding their breath here. Justin McGuire is back on his feet, but he does need assistance to get off the field. The backup quarterback is number 16, Vincent Geller. But, man, that is just football. You know, the snap comes in when you're not expecting it. You know, on that play, Justin McGuire tried to make a little too much happen, you know. A sack wasn't the worst scenario there.
Yeah, but, you know, it's difficult a lot of times in this high-leverage game and on a high-leverage down. Your instinct is to do as much as you can. So I don't fault him for that. Unfortunate break for Tottenville, they started quarterback going down, but that's football. You're always one play away with football from something happening like we just saw.
So the Warriors get the ball on the 35-yard line, down one. It's a 1st and 10. Hands it off to Will Andrade. They tried to rip the ball out, did a good job holding on to it. So here's the biggest test of the season for this Pirates team. You just watch your quarterback go down. Can your defense stand up?
I get the sense that you're going to see a lot of tenacity from the Tottenville defense on the way. Just the way they attacked and pursued the football and tried to rip the ball out. If I'm Curtis, I want to take advantage of that aggressiveness because I can sense the energy from the Tottenville defense. They're coming after Curtis.
So it's a 2nd down, hands it off to Will Andrade, and he goes nowhere again. Eli Jones in on the tackle.
Again, viewers, pay attention to what you see. The Tottenville defense, yes, the quarterback went down, but the Tottenville defense has immediately responded by raising their intensity. Their pursuit is on 10. The activity level is on 10. The physicality is on 10. They're looking to get a stop.
And we are also on 1,000 viewers. Really appreciate everyone. This is a new record for football in the regular season. We'll post about that tomorrow. So a 3rd, and let's call it 3rd and 7. The first down is the 45-yard line. Vinny Canzoneri, the Iceman, in the 4th quarter in a rivalry game. Looks to the right, throws right, and it's incomplete, intended for a Kai Lewis.
Looked like it was a cover 2 situation there by Tottenville. He had a receiver just in between the corner and the safety, a more accurate ball, and he would have had the first down.
So we love a 3 and out, but the question is, so we see Justin McGuire. I'm pretty sure that's Justin McGuire throwing the ball.
Really?
No. This is me trying to look 300 feet away at the numbers
We're gonna have
on
to
the
get you some
sideline.
Sage binoculars.
I saw someone throwing the ball. It could have been the backup quarterback.
We'll see in a few.
So we'll see in a few. Got to execute the punt first. Special teams, special teams, special teams.
Make sure you hit the like button, everyone that's tuned in, all 1,000 of you live viewers.
It's a high snap! It's a high snap. He has to kick it. He has enough room, though. Nice calm from Giovanni Bernardo. Nick Constantino takes it. Good coverage from Daniel Lewis. But let me tell you guys something. I almost want to do a replay of that just so everyone at home can be a teach tape. That is how you execute and stay calm. Great job from Giovanni Bernardo.
Andre said to execute and stay calm, but Andre was anything but calm on that call. I thought the ball was about to bounce into the end zone.
It's an excellent job. These are the kind of plays that go overlooked. And number 4, Justin McGuire, is indeed back on the field.
My. I don't know if I like that decision. Adrenaline is a beautiful thing. But when he has to plant and throw and deliver the ball, can he? I get the sense he might not even try to throw the ball.
Let me tell you something. It's time for Tyshawn Bent and Corey Brown to earn their paycheck.
Yes, sir.
First down. Hands off to Tyshawn Bent. Look at him go. That's a good stop, though, from the Curtis defense.
But here's the
see
problem.
Jaden Melendez in the game.
Here's the problem with that. McGuire hopped on the handoff. He's in a lot of pain. You become this predictable on offense. If Curtis knows all you can do is run the ball, are you hurting your team by leaving McGuire in there because you've become one-dimensional?
Regardless, even if he's not able to plant and throw it, if it's 3 handoffs, that's going to be about a minute and a half off the clock. Now, I know, of course, there's still 9 minutes left, but you have to take that into consideration. Got to rely on the offensive line here. So it's a second down. Call it 2nd and 9. They're going to hand it off again, and that's a great stop. Looks like that's number 16. To Sean Shipman on the stop.
Curtis, once again, not fooled, gearing up for the run and not allowing any kind of yards after contact. They're sure tackling, bringing him down, setting up a 3rd and long here, where, again, we know the run is coming. Can the playmakers of Tottenville shed a couple of tackles and make something happen?
So let's call it 3rd and 7. The first down is the 46-yard line. There is a flag. False start on the Pirates.
False start on the Pirates, backs them up 5 yards.
So, Ray, just like you said about that predictability, because in my head I'm like, yo, it's time to throw a screen. But if I'm the Curtis team, well coached by Peter Gambardella, I'm like, listen, they're going to hand it off. They're going to throw a screen. Can you execute? It's very obvious that it looks like let's see if Justin is going to be able to step back and throw. I can't see it happening. Let's see what they do here.
It's going to be a run.
3rd and 11.
Oh.
He is going to try to throw. Throws it up. Did he stay in bounds?
Incomplete.
Incomplete. Intended for Nick Constantino.
Gutsy throw there by McGuire, but he couldn't get enough of it on it. Got it. You need your lower base. You need your legs to deliver the ball with some velocity. Good attempt, though. Good stop by Curtis. This game is getting into the trenches, and it's becoming what I like to call theater.
But, it was a great job. It looked like it was number 9, Charles Simmons, getting in his face there, kind of forcing the errant throw. So 8 minutes left in this ball game. Chewed about a minute 20 off. And again, it's a double-edged sword there because then it could give you less time to come back if Curtis were able to score.
Right.
How many possessions are left in this ball game? 2, maybe 3.
I'm gonna say at least 2. I don't know if there's a third. All depends on how Curtis approaches this next possession. Do they get some success? Can they move the football? But at least 2 for sure. Hit my knee.
Lining up the punt again. Execution. If Tottenville had sent people for the punt, who knows? They might have put more pressure on Giovanni Bernardo and could have guided the ball. Good snap. Good kick. And there goes Mr. Melendez to see if he can make something happen. Makes a man miss. Reverses field. There he goes. Mr. Melendez holds on to the ball. Great return.
Great tackle by the Tottenville player. That was number 5, Kyle Charles, almost forcing a fumble. This point in the game, you've already had one costly turnover. Protect the football at all costs if you're Curtis.
Like I said in the beginning of this second half, I think there's only one big mistake left. And I'm going to revert it. I'm going to amend what I said, right? There's one mistake left for both teams, and it's happened. If there is a big mistake in this game, I think that is going to be the decider. Curtis, they had the big fumble. Let's see if Quadair Gomez and the Iceman Vinny Canzaneri can come back and make up for it.
Canzaneri, after a hot start, has kind of cooled off. Some of it due to the play call and some of it due to some missed shots. Let's see how he performs here.
Looking to throw, throws it. That's good to Jaden Melendez, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
Much like what Tottenville did a few possessions ago, get your quarterback back on rhythm with a quick route to a sure-handed receiver. You saw it there, quick first down for Curtis. They're moving the football.
Here we go. It's winning time now. I like the music. It's dramatic. Hopefully it's coming through and your TV screens at home, on your phone, if you're waiting for the train, wherever you're consuming Sage Media Solutions. That is what is incredible. We are delivering some history. It's more than sports. It's history for these young men out here. Sends Jaden in motion, looks that direction, throws it. And it's going to be enough for about 3 yards. Looks like that was Toriano Lewis on the reception.
Toriano Lewis heard some ghosts and went down. Could have got a few more yards on after the catch.
Oh, looks like he might have rolled his ankle there.
Tweaked
Toriano
his ankle
Lewis
on the route.
That's a big weapon for the Warriors. So hopefully he's going to be able to come back into the game.
He's probably going to have to get that taped up, and they're going to send him right on back out there.
So here's where this time, number 15, Jaden Innocent. Number 55, Mr. Santiago on this defensive line. Can you guys make a big stop here? Here goes the Iceman looking to throw. Throws it deep. Has a Kai Lewis. And it's too much pepper on it. Incomplete.
4th deep shot of the game by Canzaneri that he missed by about 5 yards. If he can connect, don't be surprised if they go back to that, Andre. But if he has another shot to deliver, you got to take a little bit off of him.
Man, Vinny's going to want that one back. He's going to want that one back. That should have been a completion and a touchdown for the Warriors, but it's still a 3rd down. 3rd and 8, you can imagine, is 4-down territory for the rest of the ball game as long as this score stays the same.
Fumble.
Ball's on the ground, and it's a fumble recovery for Tottenville. Are you kidding me?
On the exchange, both players were not focused, not locked in. They took the exchange for granted, leading to a fumble, tough break. Now the Tottenville offense can essentially try to clock them and win this game.
Mr. Ray Jarvis, life comes at you fast.
Oh, yeah.
You go from missing a touchdown by a yard to fumbling it the next play.
Listen to me, man. Life comes at you like traffic on the Belt Parkway. 1 minute you think it's sweet, the next minute it's nothing but cars everywhere. And you got to be able to adjust. Now that traffic is here, Curtis, can you adjust to what's in front of you and make the right decisions?
The crowd is trying to get them going. I did say the next big mistake, that's the ball game. Let's see if it turns out to be true. But it's going to come down to the execution of this Tottenville team. Hands it off to Tyshawn Bent. He's met immediately. That looked like that was Kyle Charles on the tackle.
Tyshawn Bent hasn't been able to shake loose in the second half at all. Great job by Curtis's run defense, especially up the middle. I'm surprised that Tottenville hasn't tried to test them on the edges with the run. They've been content to continue to run at the defense of Curtis. They're going to need to switch some things up.
So it's a 2nd down. Corey Brown comes into the game. Curious to see if we see a double handoff or reverse. That's what Tottenville like to do in these kind of scenarios. You see Justin McGuire limping at wide receiver. I wouldn't even put a man over him.
These coaches are determined. That shows you how important this game is.
Absolutely. So it's going to be Corey Brown in the Wildcat. He's going to take it to the right off tackle. There goes Corey Brown for a huge first down for the Pirates.
The mere threat of McGuire splitting out along with the Wildcat formation completely catches Curtis off guard and allowing the best run of the second half for Tottenville.
And here we go, Ray. Tick, 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 tick.
The only positive in this situation is that I believe that Curtis still has all 3 of their timeouts here in the second half. So as much as we tick, at a certain point, the coach is going to start hearing your voice say tick, tick in his headset and start doing this to the referee, motioning for a timeout.
Listen, it's time to put 10 in the box if I am Curtis. They're going to hand it off here, and it's a reverse handoff to Corey Brown. What a shot from Charles Simmons.
Charles Simmons throwing his body at the ball carrier, securing the tackle, and not allowing him to turn the corner.
Charles Simmons, how many times have we said his name in this second half, Ray?
Very impressed by Simmons. Great awareness, great attacking of the football, and he's sure-handed. Once he gets his hands on you, you're going down.
So Justin McGuire on one ankle. He might have to make another throw in this ball game for them to win, and it looks like that is going to be a time. Nope, that's the 4-minute warning. That is the 4-minute warning in this ball game. Listen, Ray, I think Justin McGuire is going to have to make one more throw in this game to ice it for the Pirates. But again, just like you mentioned very correctly, Curtis has all 3 timeouts. So fasten your seatbelts at home. Here we go. Justin McGuire looking to throw. He's going to run it himself.
Wow.
And look at Justin McGuire go. A gain of 12 for a first down.
Justin McGuire on one good leg, filled with adrenaline, turned the corner on the left side, hit the Jets, put the team on my back. If you know that meme, you know first down Tottenville.
Yeah, I broke his leg, but I put the team on my back, though.
Oh, man. Shout out Greg Jennings.
That's not Greg Jennings. That's Justin McGuire.
Yes, sir.
3:20 and counting in this ball game. Going to hand it off here. Tyshawn Bent met immediately. And that's going to be the first timeout for the Warriors.
There it is. Now the pressure cooker turns up even more because if they being Curtis, if Curtis does not get a stop during these next 2 downs, they're going to be without a timeout and at the mercy of Tottenville.
Yes. While we have a second, just a huge shout out to everyone who supports Sage Media, especially shot by LJ. He's a 32-year-old photographer and videographer with over 15 years of experience capturing powerful visuals. Known for his sharp eye and creative direction, he brings stories to life through film and photography. From sports media to creative campaigns, LJ blends skill and passion to deliver high-quality content that resonates. To reach LJ for all your creative needs, you can find him at the Instagram you see on the screen.
I'm trying to find out.
So, only 2 timeouts for Curtis. Ray Jarvis. I said that Mr. McGuire was going to have to make one more throw. Does that qualify?
He made a play. So I'll give you a half a point on that one.
So Curtis with 2 timeouts. It's a 2nd and 11.
It's almost like we're seeing what happened with Canzaneri last year in the E-Hall game, when these big-time pressure moments, quarterbacks find something within themselves to carry their team to victory on the road. False start.
False start on the play. That's going to make it a 2nd and 16.
False start on the Pirates. 2nd and 16.
Second and 16. That was a big penalty for Curtis because they're down to 2 timeouts. You got to suspect that they're going to use one after each play coming up. So this second down is very imperative for them to play behind the chains. Don't allow the offense of Tottenville to play in front of the chains and get a big play here.
Yeah, and I think you're going to have to throw the ball here. Nope, they handed off to Tyshawn Bent. A good run, getting close, maybe a gain of about 3. A third and manageable as Curtis take their second timeout of the game.
If I'm Tottenville, I'm not even going to suspect or even suggest throwing the ball. Force Curtis to use all of their timeouts. I'd even go for it on 4th down. They're in plus territory, so either way, they're in a position where they can chew up as much clock as possible.
Yeah, that's something I was going to say. Like, maybe even just run the ball twice regardless. Hey, even if you get 5 yards, 6 yards, you say, Curtis, I dare you to go 70 yards on our defense and win this ball game.
And we've seen already there's some trickery in that Tottenville playbook to where they'll use misdirection to get yardage. So keep your eyes open, keep your head on the swivel if you're Curtis. Be ready for everything.
All right, here we go. 3rd down. Here's the game state. Curtis have 1 timeout. We'll try to get that updated on the graphic. Curtis has 1 timeout left. Tottenville should have all 3 timeouts. It's a 3rd, and let's call it 12. The first down is the 13. So it is the 3rd and 14. And the first down is the 14-yard line. And they go back to the Wildcat with Corey Brown in at quarterback.
If you're Curtis, you know they're not going to run to McGuire's side, so keep your head open.
And they just hand it off to Tyshawn Bent, and that is going to force the final timeout for the Curtis Warriors. So
Good job
Curtis have no timeouts left.
Great work by Curtis, staying disciplined, not allowing a big run. 4th and about 10. Again, what do? Do they surprise us and try to kick a field goal? Who knows? I'm curious just like you.
I think what you do here is that I trust my quarterback, Justin McGuire. I say, listen, we're going to line up in shotgun. We're going to run the ball. Only throw the ball if you see something. And I've interviewed him and Nick Constantino multiple times this season. And they say, yo, Justin gives me the look. I give him the look. We know what to do. If it's there, you go to it. You trust your senior quarterback, your star junior wide receiver. If it's not there, we run the ball and we say, hey, Curtis, can you go 70 yards to win the game?
All right.
It's 4th down.
4th and 9 coming up. 2:40 left in the game. Curtis has no more timeouts. This, my people, is the ball game.
And they have double coverage on Nick Constantino.
They're going to throw the
bottom
ball
of
here.
Your screen.
Look for a pass, everyone.
Sends a man in motion. They are going to look to throw. Throws it to Nick, and it's incomplete. It was not going to be enough for a first down regardless.
McGuire hasn't completed. Actually, McGuire has only completed 1 pass today. He hasn't been accurate, but somehow, some way, due to a blocked extra point. Let's not forget, people, the blocked extra point is the reason Curtis is trailing and Tottenville has the lead. 2:35 remaining in this game. An undefeated season on the line. Biggest game of the season. Biggest audience of the season. No timeouts for Curtis. What do they have on deck? Does the Iceman have one more comeback in him tonight?
Vincent Canzaneri leading the defending champions back onto the field, down 1 score. It's the defending champions up against the undefeated Tottenville Pirates. The drama tells itself. Vinny looks to the right, still looking, steps up to the pocket, big shot!
Big, massive, decisive sack by Tottenville. 2nd down. The clock is running.
And there are no timeouts. Tick, 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 tick.
Tottenville's defense raising the intensity. Canzaneri back to throw, steps up to the throw, has a man, makes the catch. and brought down. It'll be enough for a first down at the 45-yard line.
That's a Kai Lewis. And again, tick, 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 tick. Once they move the chains, the clock will begin again.
How will Tottenville approach this? Will they bring pressure? Will they try to get Cantoneri off his spot? We will find out in a matter of moments.
Vinny, they call him the Iceman. He rolls out to the left,
That's
looks right, throws it right. Kai Lewis. That ball is caught. No, it is not. That is incomplete. A lot of madness happening. That ball is incomplete, intended for Kai Lewis.
Best ball of the game, but a little too much to the sideline. Should have let him a little bit, and he walks into the end zone. Tough break for Curtis, but we ball yet again, second down. The crowd here at Curtis, they are ready to explode. They are ready for the big play to have him, and it just hasn't happened tonight. Hell of a job by Tottenville's defense, keeping the crowd at bay.
And it's hilarious. Nobody could see what happened. There's so many things blocking the view. There's no way a fan saw that happen, but they said, yo, it must have been a catch. No, sir.
The players on the field thought it was a catch. They were running down the field.
So I am officially standing up. It's second down. Game's on the line. Vinny looks left, throws left. Ball's complete to Jaden Melendez, but tick, 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 tick. Need a bit more sense of urgency here. The clock is running.
3rd and 2 coming
it's
up.
It's a third
no
down.
Outs.
It's a 3rd and 2.
1:15 remaining in the game.
They lost about 20 seconds in between this play.
Poor clock management here, and they run the ball.
But there's a flag on the play.
Wow.
Wow. They called a penalty on Tottenville. So that stops the clock.
Andre standing up. Now I got to stand up, too. This
Ray,
game is lit.
Do you understand how big of a penalty that was just now? Because if they got tackled inbounds, that could have saved the Warriors just now.
Poor clock management, lining up off sides.
So it's a 1st and 10.
1 minute remaining.
Vinny looks right, still looking, steps up, and he gets brought down by Jaden Innocent.
Jaden pushing through, plowing through the block, and sacking Cantoneri. The clock ticks, under 50 seconds remaining. Can Tottenville secure the victory? Can Curtis get some chunk yardage?
So 2nd and 15. Iceman looks to the right, looking, throws right. Ball's caught, and he has some space. Still on his feet, Mike Van Bannen. And he goes down. If they call him inbounds, they have to spike it. If his knee went down, they're going to have to spike it.
He got out of bounds. The referees have stopped the clock. 28 seconds left. Looks to be near a first down for Curtis, but that doesn't matter. Will they kick a field goal? Will they go for the touchdown? We are on the edge of our seats. We hope that you are appreciating this Sage stream. Make sure you hit that like button. We're giving you some great football energy as the clock continues to run.
Vinny looking to throw. It's a 3rd down. Pressure in his face. Vinny still on his feet. Looking. He's going to run for it. Ball's on the ground. Who has it? The ball is on the ground. It looks like the Curtis Warriors retain possession.
But the clock will continue to run.
They have to reset. It is a 1st down, so they have to reset the sticks before the clock starts again. So it's a 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Ball is on the 26-yard line, and they spike it.
Wow.
So it's going to be a 2nd and 11. Remember, the clock on your screen is not official. The clock on the scoreboard is not official. Only the referees have the official time. So the clock on the scoreboard says 5 seconds. Our clock, we're just going to match what the clock on the scoreboard says.
Yeah, 13 seconds. 13
so
seconds.
They reset it to 13 seconds. So we're going to reset our clock as well to 13. Now, this is almost like a timeout. What's happening right now?
He spiked the ball. The clock stops.
Okay, but
The referees are talking it over. They can't do nothing without the refs.
Listen, if I was Coach Gamble, I would have had everybody. That was almost a free timeout.
Hey, man.
There should not be this much time in between a spike.
At all.
What's happening? Wow, this is a huge break for the Warriors. The Warriors essentially just got a timeout after spiking the ball.
Hey, when the game gets this chaotic, things tend to happen.
So they reset it to 9 seconds. So on the game clock in the scoreboard, it says 9 seconds. Vinny looks right. Has to go to the middle. Tries to flush, and Jaden Innocent makes the sack. Is that the ball game?
Yes, it is. There's no timeouts. The game is over. Tottenville in the blackout has planted their flag here in Curtis. Statement victory. Poor clock management. I am hype. Andre, take it over.
When you need it the most, the senior Jaden Innocent with 2 sacks on the game-deciding drive to take the trophy back to Tottenville.
What you saw right there, ladies and gentlemen, big boy football, high-level football, pressure cooker football, and in the end, Tottenville showed that the moment was not too big. The lights, the flashing lights, the jets, the halftime show, none of it mattered. Shout out Tottenville on the victory.
And before we go, sorry that the camera's a bit messed up right now. There's a kind of craziness going on. But we are going to we're going to try to go to the replay. Tell them to fix the camera. So sorry about that, guys.
The game's so chaotic, the finish so chaotic that the camera trying to figure its life out right now. But we will get things back on deck for you in a matter of seconds.
Oh, man. I mean, literally there were just 100 people running past the camera. So we're getting it going right now. So let's just watch this, Ray. Final play of the game. And it's just Jaden Innocent doing a great job staying aware, making the game-deciding tackle.
Innocent making the play, chasing the quarterback. Great job overall by the Tottenville front, bringing the pressure down after down in this clutch time situation. But Canzoneri, this is a learning moment for you. Don't hang your head. Don't be too down on yourself because you're learning in the future to roll out of the pocket. Don't step into the pocket when you have no timeouts and be in position to throw the ball away because once you're out of the tackle box, you can, in fact, throw the ball away without any penalties. So this is a learning experience. Don't hang your head. And if you're Curtis, damn, I feel for the Curtis coaches, Dre, because when they put this tape on, they should have won this game by 3 scores.
Listen, man, regardless, Tottenville finished their undefeated season. They will be the undisputed 1 seed going into the playoffs. This is the Sage Standout Game of the Week, the finale of Season 2. This is Andre Johnson and Ray Jarvis. We will see you guys in the playoffs.
Yes, sir.